We are live. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? I hope y'all having a good day. Want to welcome y'all to the Beast Pod, where we talk all things youth football strategies, tactics, and most importantly, this is where you get your questions answered. And now this is where you get your voice heard. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a few minutes. But I am your host, Coach Beats, for those who don't know, guys. I'm really pumped about the show today. We got a really good one. We got a really good show today, guys. We're going to talk about who's ruining youth football. That's right. Who's ruining youth football? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get deep with it because one thing I like to do on this show, guys, is I really like to talk about things that nobody really likes to talk about. Nobody likes to discuss because I'm a solutions-based person, right? Like if I can't solve the problem, I don't want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to see if we can improve youth football. We want to make youth football great again, guys. And so really pumped, really excited to get in it with you guys. I want to personally welcome everybody who's chiming in on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, man. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Do me a solid, guys, if you haven't already. Hit that like button, letting other coaches know that we are now live. We actually have a goal today. If we get 50 likes, I'm giving away a free copy of my playbook. And I'll let y'all pick which playbook y'all want. Okay, I'm going to let y'all pick what playbook y'all want if we hit 50 likes. So do me a solid, hit that like button, guys. I hope y'all doing well. So for those who are new to the show, we got a segment, and this is my favorite segment, guys. It's called Rep Your Squad. Rep Your Squad, right? This is where you let me know what city and state you're coming from, right? You're watching from, and let me know what team you coach. I want to know what team you coach so I can shout out your team. I can give your team some love, and I'm giving that to you for you rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. I love every single one of you guys who are rocking with me. And so that allows me, guys, to just give back to you guys as much as I can. Also, guys, we got a new segment on the show. A new segment. So we got a segment we just call it guest coaches, right? Guest coaches. And guess who's the guest, guys? You are the guest. So there's going to be a segment in the show where you're able to actually come on the show and express your opinion about the topic. Now, as we already know, the topic today is who's ruining youth football. Is it the parents? Is it the coaches? We're going to talk about it. All right. So I'm going to let you know kind of where I'm at. I like to play devil's advocate a little bit. And then at the end of the show today, I'm going to give you my 2 cents. We call it the Beast Fix, right? I'm going to give you what I think we can do to make youth football great again in this situation. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do our shout outs and rep your squad, guys. Firstly, we got here Coach Will from Florida. Let's see. Shout out to his 14U team. Let's see. Celebration, Florida. Is that the name of your team, Coach? Celebration. Shout out to your squad. We got Coach Nate, my guy. What's up, Coach Nate? We got Coach Nate in the house, represent his 5U Wolfpack squad out of North Little Rock, Arkansas. And guys, let me know if y'all have already started playing games. Shout out your record. Give me your record if you're comfortable doing it. I want to know your record as well, guys. We got Coach Jerry in the house from representing the Smyrna Eagles. Shout out to you. Thanks for watching on TikTok. Also, we got, let's see, Coach Nick in the house from Belfair, Washington. Shout out to his 9U Bulldog squad. Shout out to you. We got Brady in the house from Massachusetts. Shout out to him and his squad. We got Coach. It's just Coach. I like that. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to his Marlboro Duke squad from Marlboro, New York. I would imagine that's upstate New York. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you. Thank you and welcome to the show. We got Coach Daniel in the house. Shout out to you, Coach Daniel, represent his Trinity Christian School squad, middle school squad from Sharpsburg, 11U squad, record 3-1. Coach Nate squad, record 3-1. Congratulations to you guys. Coach Will says no games won. We're in week 4. So hopefully, Coach, we'll be able to change that for you, Coach. Hopefully we'll be able to change it. We are, guys, as you guys know, we have a live Q&A segment. So if you guys have any questions, hang tight. We go into our live Q&A around the bottom of the hour, guys. So really, really pumped to get into the live Q&A. And we, as a matter of fact, with the Q&A, we kind of pushed it back just a little bit to give you guys time to talk about the topic at hand. And then we do the live Q&A for you guys. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. We got LLP in the house from Dallas, Texas. Shout out to you, Coach, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We got Big Mike in the house from Texas. Shout out to you, Big Mike. Shout out. Let's see. Let me go back to LLP. I missed his shout out of his team. Name of his team is the Triple D Dolphins. They are 2-0 right now. 0 points allowed. Let's see. With his 10U squad. So shout out to you, Coach. Man, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. Coach Jones in the house. Shout out to his Cougars squad. They are 1-0, looks like. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. We got let's see here. We got DFW in the house. Guru Media. Shout out to him and his business. He's representing, let's see, Space Needle Bowl in Vancouver, Washington. Shout out to you. Oh, he's shouting out the actual bowl. Let me put that up here on the screen. The Space Needle Bowl in Vancouver, Washington. And let me see, MOV 23rd, 24th. Let me know what that MOV is. What's MOV, y'all? Am I missing something right there? But shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you. We got Coach G, my guy. Coach G in the house. Shout out to you from Roswell, New Mexico. 8U Purple Rain Squad. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Okay, Miss B, she got me. November. Got you. Let me put this back up then. Space Needle Bowl in Vancouver, Washington, November 23rd and 24th. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So, guys, I got a question for you. Are you ready to get this show on the road? If you're ready to get this show on the road, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Give me a hell yeah in the comments. And shout out to you. Let's see, who is this? Shout out to you. I think that's Barry. To love your content. My son is in youth football, 2nd year. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for rocking with us on the show. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Can I get a hell yeah, guys? I'm pumped. I'm so pumped to be on the show today. So again, guys, we got some format changes, but it's going to be more interactive. It's going to be more engaging for you guys. Listen, if you're watching on TikTok or Facebook and you want to be a part of the discussion, right? Like if you want to be literally on the show, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube side, jump on the show on the YouTube side. Just go to YouTube, look me up, Coach Beast, right? And you will see us live, okay? You'll see us live. Just look up Coach Beast. You'll see us live. That way, when I drop the link in the comments for you to jump on the show, you will be able to, okay, guys? So go ahead and come over if you know you want to participate. If you don't, and you just want to enjoy the show, perfectly fine. Just enjoy the show. You can stay where you are, okay? And shout out to you, Coach T, out of H-Town. He said, we are 1-0. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you. Let's see. Coach Ron says, are there any giveaways? Yes, sir. Hey, if we hit 50 likes, guys, If we hit 50 likes on the show today, let me pull myself back up. If we hit 50 likes on the show today on the YouTube side, I will give away a playbook of your choice to a lucky coach. Okay. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, guys. If we hit 50 today, we're going to give away a free playbook. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it. So before we get started, guys, let me go ahead and pay some bills real quick, guys, and we'll get this party started. The Beast Pod is sponsored by the Beast Bloodline Brotherhood for youth football coaches who want to build high-value youth football programs and be a high-value youth football coach. If you're tired of watching the scoreboard embarrass you, get all 18 of my playbooks, plus every new one for life. That's right, every new one for life at no additional cost as long as you are a member. Join us tonight. Let's make youth football great again, guys. So really pumped, guys. Really pumped, excited for the show. So let's get to it. So let me start off, guys, by asking you, who's ruining youth football? In your opinion, who's ruining youth football? If it's the parents, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. If it's the parents, put a 1 in the comments. If you think it's the coaches, I want you to put a 2 in the comments. Who's ruining youth football? 1 for parents, 2 for coaches. Let me know. Let me know. I want to see how everybody feel. We got TikTok. We got TikTok. Let's see. We got Mitchell says 1 and 2, bro. I'm seeing a lot of 1s. I'm seeing a lot of 1s. Shout out to you, Brady. Brady said just came over from TikTok. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming over and rocking with us over here on YouTube, man. Be sure to hit that subscribe button too, Coach, if you haven't already, so you don't miss a beat. So you don't miss a beat. Hey, I see 1s here. I got 1. I see 1.5. We got 1. Coach Nate says 2. Let's see. XX. I don't even know how to say that. I'm not even going to try to say that. He got 1. Mike says undisciplined kids. Very interesting take there. Coach Will says 1 and 2. Coach Hemi says got home just in time. Let's go. Let's go. Let me see if I can y'all watch this. I'm gonna surprise y'all with something. Let's see here. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that sound? Like guys, I'm telling you, we moving on up in this, but we got sound effects now, guys. Let's go, right? Let's go. So guys, what I want to do, guys, on the show is first of all, I want to give you the top 5 reasons why parents are hurting youth football. And then I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons why I feel that coaches are hurting youth football. And then I'm going to give you a quick compare and contrast. And once we do that, guys, I'm going to open the floor for you guys to jump on the show. Now, when I send you the link, I'm going to drop it in the comments for you to jump on the show. Now, you don't have to be on video. I know a lot of you guys are kind of nervous about being on video. You don't have to be on video, but you will be on audio, okay? And you'll be able to share your opinion and how you feel about it. Another thing is the show is not an echo chamber, okay? What I mean by that is if you disagree with me or another coach, that's fine. I want us to have a healthy debate on the Beast Pod about how we feel about it, okay? So don't feel like, just because you disagree with something that you got to be quiet. No, I want you to talk, okay, guys? So let's get to it. So, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Out of my 15 years of coaching, I've experienced a big shift, okay, a really big shift in youth football. One of the reasons why I got into youth football in the first place, one of the many reasons, but one of the main reasons is because there were so many people complaining about bad youth football coaches. And this is like 2007. Okay, guys. That's all I would hear. People complaining about bad coaches, coaches cheating, coaches doing jersey swaps, coaches, hitting kids, harassing kids, the whole 9 yards, right? And then as I began to coach and become more mature and more of a veteran coach, right, guys, I actually began to see parents, a different type of parent come up, right? Need I say, a lot of millennial parents, and I can talk about this because I'm a millennial, okay? And what I've noticed with a lot of parents is that they're a lot more entitlement. There's a lot more lack of boundary in place that I see with parents, right? And so I've seen this shift where I've seen a lot of bad coaches on this hand, and now I'm seeing the difficulty with dealing with parents rise up big time, right? So let me start off by giving you guys the top 5 reasons of why parents are hurting youth football. Number 1, sideline chaos. We all see it, right? Parents yelling at the refs. They're yelling at the coaches. They're yelling at the players. Parents are just yelling. And guys, I kid you not, one of the last years I coached and I was overseeing my program and I was just watching the 5U play from the sidelines. And guys, when I tell you those parents were cussing out the refs, were dogging the refs to the point to where, guys, I had to confront the parents in the stands and say, hey, this is unacceptable. You can't do it. Now, mind you, with this age group, all their kids got a chance to actually play for free. Literally, all of their kids was paid for. All they had to do is bring the kids to the game, and they were good. You know what I mean? So after I confronted the parents, right? These parents, we can do whatever we want. You don't tell us what to do. We fans. You don't tell us what to do. And I told them that particular game. I said, well, who's paying for your kids to play? Your kids get to play for absolutely free. Half of them don't even have to pay for shoulder pads or helmet. We provide them in our program, right? So point 2, guys, is you got parents living through their kids, guys. They're pushing ego instead of development. And what I noticed with a lot of parents, and this is something that's been going on for a very long time, guys, is that I see a lot of parents who may have played high school ball and was a star player or was a good player in college or played college ball, and they didn't make it. And a lot of these parents try to live through their kids. I see that happening a lot. I see a lot of ego. I see a lot of kids getting pushed through the ringer because parents are trying to live through their kids. This is a major problem in youth football. Let's get to number 3, guys. And this is one that I know a lot of you guys may be actually dealing with. All right, guys. Politics, favoritism. Basically, these parents are complaining about playing time. They're complaining about, I don't like the color of y'all jerseys. I don't like the way the jerseys look. They're complaining about where the fundraising money goes, where the money goes, period. Like they're complaining and they're trying to use their power. And I see this a lot happening with teams that got boards, right? Teams that have like board of directors and things of that nature. I see it happening a lot where parents try to use their position on the board to get leverage. That's one reason why I don't like boards on teams, and I'm going to kind of sound hypocritical later on in the show when we go to the Beast Fix segment of the show, because I think boards play their role, but I feel like when you let anybody, particularly the wrong parents, get in the board, you're going to have problems. And usually the type of parents that try to get in these board positions are the parents who got some difficult personalities to deal with. But we're going to talk about that a little later. Big time. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. And for those who just coming in on the show, man, appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. Again, the discussion is who's ruining youth football? Parents or coaches, right? That's the discussion on the show. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We got a goal of hitting 50 likes. If you hit 50 likes, we are giving away a free playbook today. If we hit 50 likes, we're going to give away a free playbook today. All right, guys, let's go to number 4. Disrespecting coaches. This is another one I know y'all guys are dealing with. And I can already tell you, for everybody who's watching the show right now, whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, right, or you're watching this on replay, I guarantee you about 20 to 25% of you are dealing with one of these 5 issues with parents right now. And of course, we're going to open up live Q&A, and I'm going to give you all some strategies on how to deal with it. But disrespecting coaches is a big one. Coaches will cuss you out from the stands. I never forget, guys. This is probably me year 5 into my 15 years of coaching. And this kid's drunk uncle came to the game. Drunk as just pissy drunk, they said, And this guy just complaining and bickering and I never seen this guy before, And, I must admit, Coach Beast I don't put up with a lot of disrespect. And I had to confront, this drunk parent, which in retrospect, it was best for me to just ignore this parent or this guy. And I mean, the guy out here drunk, can barely stand, can barely walk, but he was so obnoxious, right? Like, that's what you get at some of these games, guys. And then number 5, you get withdrawal threats. Oh, this is a big one. Withdrawals threats. And this is what I'm talking about. Parents threatening to pull their kid from your team, especially mid-season. You see this happen a lot mid-season. And usually the reason is because either the kid's not getting in the playing time or the kid's not playing in the position that they want him to play in, or you're having a losing season and the parent don't want, the kid on the team. And now, mind you, I'm giving you the reasons. If you are a parent watching this show, just know I'm giving just the 5 reasons, right? Why parents hurt youth football. I'm not saying that it's warranted or not. I'm being very neutral in this right now. Okay, guys, I'm just laying the table out for you. Okay. Now, guys, let's get to the 5 reasons why coaches are hurting youth football. All right. Reason number 1, y'all. Hey, somebody, you know what? Let's play a game real quick. I'm going to give a free playbook to somebody who can answer this correct. What's the number 1 reason coaches are hurting youth football? Let me know. Somebody tell me the number 1 reason why coaches are hurting youth football. Whoever get it right, I'm going to give away a free copy of the 4-4 Reaper defense. Let me know in the comments. Hey, TikTok, Facebook, if y'all want to be a part of this, I want y'all to come on over to the YouTube side of the show, guys. I don't want you to miss out on this free playbook giveaway. I want to know. And I'm gonna give y'all let's see. I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds, and I'm gonna see who can answer this correctly. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. What's the number 1? The number 1 reason why coaches hurt youth football? Let me know. I'm seeing ego. I'm seeing lack of development. Focus on wins only. putting wins over development. Ego. I'm saying ego a lot. Oh man, shout out to you, Shadow Claw. Everyone respects you, and we all love your content, man. Love you guys, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Look, the show wouldn't be the show without you. I wouldn't be who I am without you guys supporting me, man. I'm just glad that I'm able to help you guys and add value in any way I possibly can. All right, Will says, bad coaching and failure to remember it is about youth development. That's a good one. Coach Tim says, no chemistry or communication with staff. We got one. We got it. Daddy ball. The Elite Way says daddy ball. And DFW says ego. So the Elite Way, you got it right, brother. You're going to get a free copy of the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook, guys. Y'all congratulate. Y'all bear with me, I'm multitasking over here. Y'all congratulate Coach, the Elite Way, for getting it correct. I'm trying to find, there we go. That's what I was looking for, guys. The applause. So let me real quick put my email in here. Elite Way, just email me. Let me know you're the winner of the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook. Make sure you put your name, the Elite Way, so I can know who you are, okay? And I got that email coming. The email is in the comments. It's in the comments. Congratulations again. All right, so daddy ball and favoritism is the problem, guys. Daddy ball and favoritism is the number one complaint I hear from parents. It's the number one thing I hear from assistant coaches, actually. I hear it from parents and assistant coaches, favoritism. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree that daddy ball and favoritism is the number one reason? Put a 1 in the comments if y'all agree with that. Y'all put a 1 in the comments if y'all agree with that. Let me know. Let me know. Then number 2, guys, poor preparation. I think some of you guys kind of hinted on it. Poor preparation, weak practices, lack of fundamentals. This is one of the reasons why Coach Beast is here, guys, to help you guys be better at building high-value youth football programs, have more efficient, high-octane practices so you guys can be the standard in your league. Poor preparation. A lot of youth football coaches struggle with this, not because they want to, but they just don't know what they know, right? So as a result, you know, coaches have slow, boring practices. They have practices that's just draining, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know how to organize. So that's why, and I tell people all the time, like my content, a lot of my content, guys, is centered around program development. I have a lot of drill videos to help you guys know what type of drills to run. I got my free offensive block and drill book in my playbook store. I got my full season practice plan in my playbook store. Like, I got these free resources for you guys because I want y'all to have dynamic programs. It's the foundation. It sets the tone, guys, for that preparation. Because here's the thing, guys, you win games at practice. Y'all know that's one of my favorite quotes. You win games at practice. You don't win games on game day. How you prepare at practice is going to set the tone for how successful you become as a team. If you got poor practices, poor development structure, poor roster management, I can tell you right now how your season's going to be. I don't know no youth football team that has piss poor practices and go to and win a championship. I know some programs that got bad cultures, but they got a lot of talent and they go and win a championship. But I don't know one that just had these sorry, lackadaisical, soft practices, and then they go on to win the championship. Don't know it. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know in the comments, all right? Number 3, overemphasis on winning, sacrificing long-term development for winning. All right, this is another big one, guys. This is a huge one, actually. And this is one a lot of coaches hate me for this, okay? I always say when it comes down to youth football, development is more important than winning. But when I say that, guys take it out of context. I'm not saying winning is important. Isn't important, excuse me. I'm not saying winning isn't important. I'm saying you should not neglect your kids just to get a youth football win. Okay? Because I believe both can be true, right? I believe if you got a good program, you got a great system of development, you can build a youth football program that's winning long term. I believe in developing winning habits. I'll say that again. I believe if you develop winning habits, you're going to get a hell of a lot of wins. The problem is a lot of coaches don't know how to develop. So they just use their best top, let's just say if it's a team that got 25 kids, they're going to use their top 15 to 17 kids. And then the other kids, they're just going to try to find places to plug them in. If you got a good system of development and you got a good rotational system, you're going to know how to develop these kids and put them in when you need to put them in and where you need to put them in. But it all starts with preparation and you knowing what the hell you are doing as a coach, period. But the guys who are just about winning hate me because they think that I'm that, let's just have fun coach. I'm not that guy. Okay. I'm a winner in my personal life. So I'm going to be a winner when it comes down to that football field. I'm a winner in my professional life. But I understand being a winner, that in order to be a winner, I have to develop winning habits. So I'm invested in developing winning habits within my program. If I develop winning habits in my youth football program, my kids over time are going to become winners. That's how you build culture. That's how you build a program. This is not a microwave thing, right? Like when I say I'm cooking on that stove. I'm putting stuff in the oven. I got kids. Oh, this kid needs a little bit more development. Let's just throw him in the oven, though. Let's let them cook all the way through, right? This kind of kid you can't put in the microwave. This kid not ready. Got to throw him in the oven. Got to let him bake for 3-4 hours, 5 hours, right? Make sure he cooks all the way through. Like you got to know that as a coach. You got to know your kids, man. Because one of the common questions I get, guys, is, I will get, a coach to say, man, my team sucks, man. What do I need to do to win? Develop. If your team sucks, you can't throw that kind of team in the microwave. It may take you a year or two to develop that team because if they don't have no talent right now, they first timers, they don't know, they got low football IQ, they got bad football mechanics. You got to coach all of that crap up, right? And your goal shouldn't be to win a championship. Your goal should be to develop each individual kid in your program until they get better. They become a better version of themselves. That's how you measure those metrics. And, that's been the story of my life as a coach. I've been a developmental coach. I've taken programs that have been piss poor for years and resurrected those programs into high value programs, championship programs, you name it. So much so that people in my community took notice. ESPN, State Farm, wink, wink, check back there to prove it. Receipts back here to prove it. They took notice that, oh, this dude knows sports leadership. This dude knows how to develop kids. This dude knows community service. So that's my shit. Okay. That's my shit. So guys, when I tell y'all, every kid you have is not going to be this kid you can just throw in there and be confident in immediately. You have to develop that kid and make them solid football players. All right, guys. So that's my rant for that one. All right, number 4, guys, and we're going to get to it. Lack of communication. That's another huge problem I see. Coaches struggle with communication. What I always tell you guys to do, if you're struggling with communication in your program, if you're not good at communication yourself as a coach, get a team mom or an assistant coach who is good at communication. Okay. Get somebody who's good at communication. I so happen to be good at communication. I don't know if you can tell. Sometimes I say crazy words. I think I'm Steve Harvey, say some stupid stuff. I'm a country boy, so I may say some stuff, crazy. But I've always had a natural talent and inclination as it relates to communication, administration, those kind of things. Some of you guys suck at it, and you know it, and you don't even want to have nothing to do with it. That's fine. If that's the case, just get you a team mom or an assistant coach who can communicate for you. That's fine. And then lastly, guys, weak leadership. Weak leadership. In other words, you're letting the chaos and the bad behavior and the drama happen in your program. And this is, again, something that's been going crazy in youth football that I've been seeing, where when y'all see all these, and let me know in the comments, do y'all from time to time see on, social media or the news, there's the youth football fight that happened, or a youth football shooting, or a parent fight, and all of this stuff? I know y'all have seen this before, right? Put a one in the comments if y'all seen that, right? I see a lot of it. I get a lot of videos from you guys. And again, if y'all ever have videos, guys, y'all want me to react to, feel free to DM me on Instagram or email me those videos, guys. I appreciate it. I'm doing a lot more reaction videos. But when you start seeing those fights, that just didn't happen out the blue. There's been ongoing drama, ongoing BS that's been happening for a long time, and it just reached a boiling point. And it reached a boiling point for everybody to see it. You got me? It reached a boiling point for everybody to see it, guys. So that is a big sign of poor leadership. And so when everybody see it, this is where the rubber meets the road. When everybody see what's going on, right? Now you got parents saying, I'm not going to put my kid in youth football. These coaches are, they don't know how to coach, or these coaches don't know what they're doing. There's always, stuff that talks about us not knowing what we're doing as coaches. But what happens is, really, the bottom 10 to 20% represents like 80% of the coaches who are doing it right. And that's the problem. The 10 to 20% of troubled programs, bad coaches, make it bad for the other 80% that's doing it right. And therein lies the problem. So, guys, let me see again. I want y'all to put in the comments again. Well, you know what? Before we do that, oh my God, I gotta stop. We got only 12 likes off of 24 views. Guys, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. We're gonna pause right now. I'm gonna take a time out real quick. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We got a goal to get 50 likes on the show so we can give away another playbook, guys. And this is also going to let us reach other coaches. If you're watching on TikTok, and shout out to TikTok. TikTok, we got 5,300 likes on TikTok right now. Shout out to TikTok family. Shout out to you guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button, guys. Let us get these likes up, because I know I'm cooking tonight. I know I'm cooking. If I'm cooking, guys, hit that like button. If y'all getting value from the show, hit that like button, guys. This is just a quick 30-second timeout. If you haven't already, hit that like button, guys. All right, so here's my question, guys. Again, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Who do you think is ruining football the most? Who do you think is ruining football the most? Put a 1 in the comments if you think it's the parents. Put a 2 in the comments if you think it's the coaches. I want to see it. Give me the tally. Give me the tally. And then I'm going to let you know who I think is ruining youth football. Then I'm going to let you know what I think about it. Let's see. TikTok, man, TikTok, we got ones. We got ones. One. TikTok, like one, the parents. YouTube, Coach Nick says 1. Brady, 1.5. Shout out to Shadow Claw for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the super. You are awesome, man. Thank you so much. Stretch says 1 and 2. Big Time says 2. KD says 3. Organization that permits it. Ooh, hey, don't get into my show notes, KD. KD, don't get into my show notes, bro. Great answer. Great answer. All right, Miss B said them likes. Oh man, we got a bump in likes. We're up to 22. 22 likes. 22 likes. Appreciate you guys. We almost halfway there. Almost halfway there to 50 likes, guys. All right, let's see. Coach Tim says 1. That's the parents. Stretch says, I finally get to sit down and enjoy the show, man. Brother. Appreciate you. Hey, thanks for on the show. Glad to have you. All right, let's see here. Coach G says it's a generational curse right now. Oh my God. Football needs a drastic culture change. Man, I'm about to get into that. Man, y'all cooking. Let's see. Coach KD says, I love football. All of us are responsible for creating a good environment. Facts. Preach. So here's my answer, guys. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to drop the link for you to jump on the show. If you want to jump on the show, I'm about to drop the link for you to jump on. Just give me a minute. So I want to give y'all my answer before I get into it, all right? Before I open the floor. What if I told you, right? What if I told you I think both the parents and the coaches are responsible for ruining youth football? Would I be too far-fetched in saying that? And you may be wondering, Coach, why, man? Parents and coaches, why I knew you was going to say that, Coach. Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm glad you asked. Understand that parents do most of the external distractions in the program, the external dysfunction. In other words, sideline drama, gossip, pressure to play the kids, a lot of outside noise. Think about it being equivalent to having a fan that's complaining, right? And that's how I see parents. Like, I see parents as super fans. They're super fans for their kid first and for the team second. So the parents provide a lot of the external distractions and dysfunction, while the coaches, on the other hand, provide the internal dysfunction in the program. Weak systems, favoritism, drama, coaches trying to sabotage each other. Coaches don't like, the playbook you running, so they trying to talk crap to you about other coaches to get leverage. The internal stuff. So if I had to choose, though, who's hurting youth football the most, I gotta put it on the coaches. And I know I'm in the minority for this, but here's why. Because us as coaches, regardless of all the noise around us, have to demonstrate strong leadership. We are the captain of our ships. If we lose control of the ship, we're going to shipwreck. And here's the issue. Regardless of how rowdy, man, I've had years where my parents have been amazing. I've had no complaints, and I've had years where I wanted to quit in the middle of the season because the parents was just ridiculous, and they was not invested in their kid. I've been kind of on both ends of the spectrum. I've seen the good, bad, and ugly. But what I've realized is that when I can control what the parents do, I can control what we do. I can set boundaries, and I can communicate and set the tone in my program in a way to where you can either stay and get in line with the program, or you can go. Or you can go and take all your chaos with you to another program. And I had to make it up in my mind, right, that I'm not going to allow parents to control the narrative in my program, because I understand if I win, it's on me. If I lose, it's on me. Same thing with my assistant coaches. I can't let them control the narrative, because if I win, it's on me. If I lose, it's on me. And nobody else going to be there. I've been there before, guys, where I've had losing seasons, right? And especially early on, like in my youth football coaching career, where I've listened to my assistant coaches, for example, and they run this play, run that play. And then when we lose, you don't see them. You hear parents bickering, but I don't see my coaches. They gone. They gone to their favorite restaurant, while parents are messaging me saying they, threatening to pull their kid and all of that stuff. So understand, coach, you are the captain of your ship. And you have to sometimes be the bad guy. You got to be the strong leader. You can't be the yes man. All right, guys? You can't do it. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I dropped the link in the comments. Oh, look at that handsome man on the screen. I dropped the link in the comments, guys. If you want to voice your opinion and jump on the show, get that link right now. Get that link right now, guys. And once you go through the prompts, it's going to allow you to jump on the show. Again, you do not need need to be on video unless you want to. I don't want y'all to be nervous or afraid. If you just want to jump on, voice your opinion without video, that's fine. Okay. Let me try. Let me try this again. I'm going to drop the link one more time. Now, if you're watching on TikTok and Facebook, I need you to come on over to YouTube. I need y'all to come on over to YouTube. If you are a parent, welcome. Come on over. Come over to YouTube. Look up Coach Beast, right? You will see us live. You will see us live. Come on over. I see some people on TikTok want to jump in. Shout out to you guys. And guys, look, like I said, if you agree with me, cool. If you don't, cool. Okay. I want to hear your opinion. So who's going to be the first coach or parent to jump on the show? Let me know. Let me know. Let me see here. I'm going to put it up again. I'm going to put this up. You just go to the comments. Once you come over to YouTube, my TikTok people and Facebook people, once you jump over to YouTube, just grab that link in the comments and come on. And guys, let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all agree with what I just said? Put a 1 in the comments if you agree with what I just said. Put a 2 in the comments if you disagree. Let me know. I want to know. Because here's how I feel about it, guys. And here's how I feel about leadership. When it comes down to leadership, guys, you're the greatest servant in your program. You're the servant. And what I mean by that is, no matter what, man, people are depending on you to keep their kids safe. They're depending on you to help develop their kid. They're depending on you to lead their kids, lead that program. They don't care what you're going through for real. They don't have no empathy about what you're going through. Most of them don't. And I think us as coaches, and I can agree with you guys that, man, parents are difficult to deal with in youth sports, period. I coached my daughter's volleyball team. I had parents coming onto the court during the game trying to argue about a score. I said, hey, you got to get back over there. You can't do that. Right? So what I've realized with parents in 2025 at the current time of this show, and some of you may be going to be watching this in the future, or is watching this in the future right now, what I've discovered is parents don't have a boundary like they used to. Like I can remember, guys, that like I would get in trouble with my coach, and my coach would tell my parents, and my man, I was so scared of my dad because my dad, he didn't play. He was old school. I knew not to disrespect my coach. I knew not to get an attitude with my coach or roll my eyes with my coach because I knew my parents had my ass. My ass was grass, right? Same thing at school as a student. I knew not to disrespect my teacher or administrators. My ass was grass. But nowadays, you got parents who will get an attitude with you if you correct their kid at practice. If you yell at a kid at practice, they will get you. I've had parents where they signed my parent agreement at the beginning of the year, which is, one of my really big agreements. For being on the Beast Pod, Coach. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let me finish this point real quick, Coach. So I've literally had parents where they sign my parent agreement, and the parent agreement for us is if your kid miss a day of practice, they're suspended for the first half. If they miss 2 days, they're suspended for, if they miss the first day of practice, they're suspended for the first quarter. If they miss 2 days of practice, they're suspended for the first half. If they miss the whole week of practice, they don't play. Parents sign that. I let them know that day one at the parents' meeting. The kid don't show up, and the parent get mad when I don't play them. And then they don't bring the kid back to practice for another day. Guess what? If you don't bring your kid to practice that following day, guess what? They're not going to play the first quarter of the next week either. You know what I'm saying? You got to stick to your guidelines. All right. Let's shift gears. We got Coach Tim. We had Coach Tim on the pod. Coach Tim, come back, man. If I think he just disconnected on mistake there. Come back, Coach Tim. I'm gonna drop the link again. And also, guys, listen. Multiple coaches can jump on at one time. So just if one coach jumps on, don't worry. You can jump on as well, and we can just have like a panel discussion about this. Yeah, Coach Tim said, sorry, lost connection. No problem, brother. No problem. I dropped the link again for you. Just go back through the prompts, and I'll get you on. I'll get you right on. All right, let's see. Y'all bear with me. And if y'all having problems jumping on, just let me know, guys. I'll see if I can help. Also, shout out to my TikTok squad. TikTok is coming over as well. Welcome, TikTok. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button, guys. If you're just coming onto the show, hit the like button. We got a goal of hitting 50 likes. Miss B says we only got 17 likes to go. Once we hit 50 likes, guys, I'm going to give away another playbook. And then from there, check this out. I'm gonna add to it, right? So if we hit 50 likes, I'm gonna give away a free playbook. But guess what? We hit 60, I'm gonna give away another one. We hit 70, I'm gonna give away another one. And we're gonna compound it like that. All right. So make sure you hit that like button. Shadow Claw says spam hearts if you love his content and like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Coach G says, haven't seen a kid all week. I showed up on game day. I played him some snaps, and the mother still blasted me on Facebook. Bro, listen. Listen. I would have sat that kid down. She could have blasted me on social media. She could have blasted me to the president of the United States. But one thing that I'm going to stick to, and I'm talking to everybody, I'm not just talking to you, Coach G. One thing I'm going to stick to is at the beginning of the season, when I tell these parents what the deal is and what they sign up for, when their kid not showing up, because what happens is, guys, these parents get really entitled. They get really entitled, and they get more entitled if you like give away free stuff, right? Like you pay for the kid to play for free. You got free equipment giveaways. They become more and more entitled. Why? Because they're not invested. And that creates problems. When they're not invested, it creates major problems. And guys, the line's still open to jump on the pod. Are y'all scared? Y'all remember they used to say that in the early 2000s. Are y'all nervous to get on? Don't be nervous. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. The question is, guys, who's ruining youth football the most? Is it the parents? Is it the parents, or is it the coaches? I want to know. I want somebody to jump on, coach or parent. Again, I don't care if you agree with me or not. This is a part of our process of making youth football great again. All right, we got our first coach, Coach G, in the house. What's going on, Coach G? Welcome to the Beast Pod.
How's it going?
Man, it's going good, man. Working with it. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm about to get yelled at right now.
Oh, man, you straight, brother. You straight. So let's start it off like this, man. The question is, who's ruining youth football the most? Parents or coaches? Who you got, Coach?
I say football is ruining football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. When I was a kid, we used to be able to watch the NFL and try to be like them. We used to watch college, try to be like them. Now I can't even tell my kid to watch someone and try to be like them because it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Everyone's a joke. You got guys in the NFL flopping. You have guys in college thinking they're going to do something with their NIL. They don't even put no effort in. That's what I was saying. It's a cultural change that has to happen.
Yeah. Man, hey, dude, I wasn't expecting you to go this angle because this is a part of my Beast Fix segment, but you hit the nail on the head. I couldn't agree with you more on that. Literally, I was watching the NFL and listening to the commentators, and they was joking about, the belt to ass. I don't know if you heard of that trend, but they was like joking and laughing about the belt to ass. And I was just shaking my head because I'm like, if the people that are the most influential in the game is condoning it, we don't stand a chance trying to regulate it. Nope. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. Because I can sit here and say no all day, but mom and daddy are going to go say y'all put belt to ass on them earlier. And it's just, it's the whole culture, man. It drives me crazy. My little brother's a high school coach, and he deals with a whole nother level of it. So it's hard, man. It's hard because I love the sport. I love the sport. I love what the sport gives me. I love coaching more than probably anything in this world. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, but to see where the sport has gone, and it's not necessarily because of parents or coaches. It's just the way everything changed.
So it goes back to what you said about the culture. Let me ask you this for just from your personal experience. What have you found to be the most difficult thing to deal with as a coach?
The broken homes is a big issue, man. Because I got one kid here. I could yell at him, hype him up, whatever. And as soon as I raise my voice at another kid, it's sad. We got 7-year-old kids with PTSD already. So I yell at this kid and he'll shut down.
Yeah.
So I guess the hardest part is navigating through who is who. And then outside of that, now you're going to have to navigate with parents. And then it's really hard because you want every kid to grow. Man, you're not just a coach. I'll say that. You're damn near a counselor. You're everything.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, that's something I always say, man, you're not just a coach, you're a mentor, you're a counselor, you're an uncle for a lot of kids. You are you a safeguard for a lot of kids. And to your point, man, you know, I probably coached in the hood, man, like probably my first 6-7 years of coaching. And the style of coaching you have to do there is different from when you coach in the suburbs. It's just different. I'll never forget, Coach. I had this kid, shout out to him, love this kid to death. I'm at the house. I got an open door policy with my kids. If you need me, you got an emergency, call me, text me, whatever, right? I had this kid call me at like 12 midnight. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like, oh goodness, you know. And I know where he lived, you know. If he calling me that late, what's going on? You know, do I have to drive 45 minutes away from my house to get to where he is? So he calls me and he's like, what's up, Coach? I'm like, well, you know, what's up, C? I'm just shortening his name. What's up, C? And nothing, Coach, just walking. I'm like, walking? Dude, it's 12 midnight. Where you walking to? Oh, man, I'm just chilling, just hanging. I'm like, this is an 11-year-old boy walking the streets in a dangerous neighborhood at 12 midnight. Where in the hell is his parents? What the hell is going on? And so those are the kind of challenges, man, that a lot of us as youth football coaches have to face, because it's more than just coaching, like you said.
It's pretty crazy because I'm one of the ones, my assistant coach is one of the ones, we work with kids year round. It's wrestling, it's baseball, it's basketball. We're working with them year round. I got my lady sitting right here. She gets very frustrated coming second, and I can't be appreciative enough for her, especially during football, man. Football.
Absolutely.
And we've had the talk where if this is gonna work when you get home, no football. I'm like, cool, okay. Like right now, I'm breaking the damn rule. But no.
Appreciate you, Miss G.
This is a big deal.
Appreciate you, Miss G.
It's a big deal, man. Like the kids, if they don't have sports, they don't have anything to strive for. They end up in the street. And I lost a cousin to the street. I've lost a lot of ex-players to the streets, and it freaking sucks, man. It sucks. I would very much rather. I'll say the most favorite thing about coaching for me is when I get to go out a couple years later and watch them underneath the Friday night lights.
Yeah.
And I got my ex-players winning state championships. And then every so often we get a real good skilled kid. He'll go off and play D3, D2. We haven't really had any D1s come out of our area. We're trying.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, New Mexico is hard to get eyes on, period.
Yeah. What part of New Mexico you in, Coach?
I'm in Roswell. We were talking about this.
That's right.
We're talking about trying to move to Duke City. I said, stay away from there.
Right. Man, hey, you know what, man? You're absolutely right, though, man. Where I'm located, you probably heard of it, you know. Well, where I coached, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, you know, University of Alabama, all of that. Nothing but talent. Nothing but just raw, natural, talented kids. The problem is it's the system, man. It's the culture, like you said. It's not enough support for these kids. A lot of these kids play good youth football, fall through the cracks, junior high, JV, high school. You got kids dropping out. Coaches don't give a you-know-what about them. And therein lies a big problem, you know. When, man, I'm thinking about this kid. The kid I'm thinking about wasn't even on my youth football team. He played for an opposing team. But the kid lived, you know, a few blocks away from our practice. And sometimes he'll just come to our practices just to hang out. Because I knew the kid didn't have family like that, you know? And so I never forget, man, this kid, I used to tell Miss Beast, my wife, Miss Beast, I used to tell all the time, this kid is going to go D1. If he don't fall through the cracks, this kid is amazing. And guess what happened, man? This kid hit high school. Coaches didn't care about him. I see this kid after his football game, he's on a bike heading home in the middle of the night, man. And, you know, it breaks my heart because this was a good kid, respectful. Even he'll come to our youth football practices from his high school practices just to help with pads and stuff. And, you know, I talk to the kid. He, you know, did so much for my wife. to this day, and you just kind of prompted this, to this day, man, I wonder what happened to that kid. I looked him up a while back and couldn't find him, so I'm gonna have to try to find him again. Miss Beast, I know she know who I'm talking about. But the kid wasn't even on our team. Like when he was playing youth football and I was coaching, he was on the opposing team. Kid was raw, straight raw talent.
I call those the community angels, man. Because every year there's one random high school kid or middle school kid that they show up every day. They used to just walk up, even ever since I was a kid. There's been an older kid that just showed up, doesn't play the game or nothing. He just wants to be there.
Yeah.
And always been a part, almost like extended family, man.
Yeah.
And it sucks, because I was one of them kids that slipped through the cracks. I really could have been freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I really could have. But growing up here, it's a lot of smash mouth football here. Yeah. We don't do none of that spread nonsense. Some people are trying to get into it now, but I got to high school and coaches were all about the spread, and all of our linemen that grew up here, all of our running backs that grew up here, all of our quarterbacks that grew up here, we ran the ball our whole lives, and then all of a sudden they want us to throw.
Right.
I'll tell you, that is, oh man, I hate to attack coaches, but they were the worst coaches. I cannot, as the player for them, they were the worst coaches.
Mm-hmm. I've been there. Mm-hmm. I can totally relate, man. I mean, when I was a high school, and let me do a quick reset, Coach. So guys who are new on the Beast Pod, listen, thank you for rocking with us right now. I'm talking to Coach G right now, chopping it up with him and his look like a lab. That's a lab, Coach.
Oh, she's a golden.
Golden. Oh man, the wife and I was just talking about a golden. Anyway, we're chopping it up with Coach G. Listen, if y'all want to jump on the call, I dropped the link in the comments. Love to have you on. The question for tonight is, who is ruining youth football the most? Parents or coaches? So that's what we're talking about. Do me a solid. We got 34 people on right now. Hit that like button. If we hit 50 likes, I'm giving away a free copy of any playbook of choice. I'm leaning 4-4 Reaper today. Leaning 4-4 Reaper. We'll give away a free playbook once we hit 50 likes. Once we get, guess what? Once we get to 60, I'm going to give away another one. Then 70, another one. And so I'm feeling generous today, y'all. Let's get them likes up and let's rock with it. So yeah, Coach, man, my high school, really from junior high to high school, I had a really rough ride as an athlete. Mainly because, I was very talented. I was what you call a utility guy, man. Coach could depend on me to play anything. I played, I was tight end, starting outside linebacker. I was the kicker. And then I was on the kickoff return team. Like I was that dude, that the coach that could depend on, because football came natural to me. Yep. My brother, he was an all-state running back in the state of Alabama. So we had the name, we got the pedigree and all of that. But by the time I started playing junior high ball JV, my mom, she didn't want me to play. She didn't want me to play. So literally, I was so hungry, man, to be the best of the best. After practice, I'm still, doing 100 reps, running, routes, working on my hands and all of that, right? My mom, bless her heart, rest her soul, she would come to my practices before the practices even started and pull me out. Or we'll be 10, 15 minutes in the practice. My teammates or my coach said, Whitehead, your mom here again. And I'm like, man, even though it was embarrassing, I loved the game so much and wanted to be so good. But my mom, she was a real religious lady. And she just wanted me to be in the church. And I was a musician in the church. I was a drummer. So that's all she wanted me to be dedicated to. And my dad, he owned his own business. So he was always busy and working. So my mom kind of had the responsibility of regulating what I do in terms of extracurricular activity. So honestly, man, by the time I got to the 9th grade, I say 9th, 10th grade, I didn't even want to play no more. I lost my fire, and I, went back out there my senior year. but I lost my fire because I didn't have no support whatsoever. I didn't have no support. And, I always say I was grossly neglected as an athlete because I never had any support. But that's why I'm so obsessed with doing what I'm doing now, with you guys. It's because I know how important it is to have support and mentorship. You feel me, Coach?
I feel you. I feel on that. See, I was very blessed. My dad was my coach growing up, and
oh, awesome, man.
It was different times for sure, man. We could all probably agree that was child abuse in those times, but it created monsters, and I don't hold no ill will towards him at all about it. I love the way he brought me up.
Right.
And then right as I was finishing high school, my little brother started Little League, so I started coaching then. That was 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
And I caught the bug. And
dude, when you get that coach's bug, it's over. It's over.
I'll tell you what messes me up though, coach, is I can't get out of the old school mentality. I'm still very old school with it.
Yeah.
But to me, that was football, not this new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you old school because you got a lot of good values rooted into you. That's your foundation. I'm the same way, coach. I mean, I'm a multiples coach, but I'm very much old school with my principles, how I run my program. I mean, even with my values in my personal life, man, I'm very old school when it comes down to that. You know what I'm saying? I got my daughters, all of them play sports, and they know how I am. Once you start something, you don't finish, and we're going to go all in. We go 100%, So that's what we do, man. So, Coach, man, I'm going to get ready to let you go, man. I appreciate you so much, man, for jumping on the call and rocking with me, man. Before I let you go, man, let me know what team you are coaching. I want to shout out your squad.
Roswell, New Mexico, 8U, Purple Rain.
Awesome. Shout out to the Purple Rain. Coach, man, again, thank you so much for rocking with me, man.
For sure. Talk to you later, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right, that was awesome. Thank you again, Coach G, for jumping on the Beast Pod. And again, guys, one thing I want this show to be is I want this to be a place where you can voice your opinion, and this is a place where you can get your questions answered as well. I don't want this just to be a show about me. I'm gonna come with mine. I'm gonna give you the value and things you want, but I want you to be able to have a voice, because too many people try to shut us up as youth football coaches, and that becomes a problem. And so I want the Beast Pod to be a place where all of you guys have a voice. Now we got another coach on the Beast Pod, Coach Drew. Shout out to Coach Drew. How you doing, brother?
What's up, boss? How you feeling? That's
man,
crazy.
I'm working with it, man. How about you?
I'm good. That's crazy. I've been watching your videos for about a year now, and this is the first time I've ever caught a live. I'm just getting back home from practice.
Bro, well, look, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you jumping on, man. Your first time, and then you jumping on the whole show, the whole shebang. I appreciate you, brother. So let's get right to it, man.
Yes,
the
sir,
question. Yes, oh yeah, for sure. So the question on the show today is, what's ruining youth football? Is it the parents or is it the coaches? How do you feel about it, Coach?
Well, it depends. To me, it depends on what division or whatever you in. If you're doing nationals,
that's good.
Nationals and all of that, the coaches are running that.
Yeah.
Because you have to have good parents to be able to travel and get to different places and be okay and not have the parents be burnt out.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to Pop Warner and regular rec ball, I feel like the parents are running that, because for example, we're more rec ball. We have about 28 to 30 kids on our roster, but every practice we only have 21, 20, 18, depending on the day or the situation. So sometimes it's not, we're trying to develop the kids, but the parents are getting in the way of the development because they aren't bringing them to practice.
Wow. So what you say, like you said, kind of more on that rec level, the parents got a lot more leeway, freedom, and power to kind of control the narrative, so to speak, opposed to,
Yes, sir.
kind of the elite football leagues, the travel leagues. That's where the coaches are, like you said, regulating those programs with a little more autonomy.
Correct.
Interesting, interesting. So I agree with you 100%, man, because like me, I've done rec, I've done travel, right? And I personally like rec a little bit more for me because I'm able to kind of focus on football and I'm big on program building. Um,
Right. Right.
I don't like a lot of the bullshit, excuse my language, that's around the travel dynamic, at least the league I was in, you dealing with money, you run into any bumps in the road, you get fined for this, you get fined for that. It was a great opportunity for the kids to play at the high schools that we represent because our system
And
on the travel level was more of a feeder system, and it
oh,
was great for the kids to have that experience. But what I loved
yeah.
about the rec side of things was where I was able to create my own programs with their own brand. I was able to really kind of position my team to be more of a regional based team, instead of us saying we are the I don't know, let's just say where I'm from, the Holt Warriors, right? I said, okay, we're going to be
Hmm.
the East Side Warriors, represent a region, and so we was able to really kind of reach a lot of kids to represent one side of town, which was helpful. But
Gotcha.
most importantly, Coach, we was able to keep the main thing with development, man. Like that was the key for
Development
me.
is key.
Um, and let me ask you this: speaking on development, do you think development is slipping in youth football? And if it is, who do you think is responsible for it?
Whew, and that's a giant conversation right there
Yeah, it is.
because it depends. That depends on your coach. Because
Yeah,
a lot of the coaches out here, they be like, I want football players that already know how to play football. I ain't got time to develop wide receivers, cornerbacks, blah blah blah. If I ain't got time for that, it's a season or whatever. But I'm in the fact of yes, I like to develop kids, and by the mid I want by mid season I want to be able to put all my players, depending on all my players. If somebody goes down, I know somebody's stepping up.
yeah,
You feel me? It's
yeah,
all about development for me because I don't like kids sitting on the bench. I
yeah.
don't want to see your child sitting over there on the bench not playing the game because he hasn't been doing what he's supposed to do in practice or hasn't been to practice to
One
figure out
hundred.
what he's supposed to do. So
100%. And let
me,
me reset real quick, Coach. I don't mean to cut you off. Let me do a quick
yeah,
reset. Right now, we are talking to Coach Drew right now, and we're talking about what is ruining youth football. Is it the parents or is it the coaches? And if you haven't already, you just come in over, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Again, if we hit 50 likes, we're giving away a free playbook, guys. So also, if you're watching on TikTok, I see you guys over here. Y'all want to get in on the conversation. I need you to come over from TikTok and Facebook over to the YouTube side. Once you come over to the YouTube side, you'll be able to hear Coach Drew chopping it up because he's cooking in the kitchen right now. He is cooking in the kitchen. So you don't want to miss this. Come on over right now. All right. Go ahead, Coach Drew. I didn't mean to cut you off.
so see me, I'm the type of coach. If I see your child needs some development, I will approach you at the practice and say, well, because I have a son. He plays in the younger age group than me. I try not to coach him because I
Yeah.
know we do our stuff on the side. So he another voice in his head saying the
Right.
same exact things that I tell him every day. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
So on off days when we don't have practice, we go out, run hills, do agility drills just to stay in shape and do conditioning. And I offer that to the parents that to the kids that are less developed and say, if you want to come out, this is where we're going to be at. This is what time we're going to be there. If you're there, you're there. If you don't want to come, that's on you.
Right.
And I
Right,
don't,
man.
and I
I'm
don't,
totally.
and I don't. A lot of people charge. I don't even be charging. So there's no excuse for you not to be there.
100%, 100%. And for those who watching on YouTube, y'all saying how to find me, just when you go to YouTube, just look up Coach Beast and you will see us live. You'll see us chopping it up live. Just look up Coach Beast. And man, I'm totally with you, because one of the common questions I get from coaches, and this drives me nuts, right? A coach will say, well, I don't have time to develop the kids who, need, we call them the developmental players over here. A lot of guys may call them scrubs, right? I don't have time to develop my scrubs or runts or whatever. And I tell them guys, I said, look, this is what I do. I will come 15 minutes. Well, I'll already be at practice about 20 minutes before, but I will be at practice. Come to practice 15 minutes before. I will work with your kid, or I will stay 15 minutes after and put in extra work, individualized attention with your kid. I'm a developmental coach, love development. I feel like if you don't like development as a coach, you're in the wrong profession, because you are a teacher first. You are a teacher first, and it's your job to teach the kids the game of football, even the kids who may struggle, right? And so, like, I never forget, Coach, man, one of my best centers I ever had. This kid came from another program. The kid didn't get no playing time. I'm looking at this kid. I'm like, this kid is quiet, but this kid is smart. I can develop this kid into my center because I like smart centers, right? And I started working with that kid about 15 minutes before practice, teach him how to, teach his stance, teach him how to snap the ball. Now we repping it out. Now he's working with the quarterback. Now he's my starting center. At the end of the season, the kid made it to the all-star team in my league, playing at Bryant-Denny Stadium, the University of Alabama Stadium, for the all-star game. But you got to be a coach that want to put in the time and prioritize development with your scrubs. That's the problem. Coaches see these kids and they're like, this kid ain't got no talent. He needs to just a bench warmer. Dude, you a youth football coach. If you want to play that game, become a high school coach, JV coach, junior high coach. Then okay, all bets are off. Yeah, we're earning our spot. But when you are a youth football coach, you get kids from all different backgrounds, skill levels, IQ levels, all of that. And you have to know how to develop a kid, even if a kid don't have a natural football instinct, so to speak. Just teach them one skill. And I tell the guys, blocking.
I do have one question for you.
Sure.
All right. Right now, I got a team. Good kids, very good kids. Sometimes a little too good. You feel me? Like, I need to. Some of them you can flip that switch. They can flip that switch real good, but some of them is like it's hard for them to flip that switch. They're too like nice of a person to flip that switch. Mm-hmm. What's your suggestion for that?
How are your alphas as it relates to their leadership? Like how are the alphas on your team?
They are starting to be more vocal and stepping up. They're also developing their leadership. I'm developing our leadership. They know their leaders, but they are less vocal and more of leading by example.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing that I do, Coach, is I truly believe in pressure burst pipes, right? So we put our kids in adversity so much so that somebody got to rise up, right? Somebody got to rise up. Usually, like with my programs, man, usually the baddest kid, like the kid that's like the bully at school and stuff, usually I end up taking that kid come to my program like a wild Mustang, right? And I take that kid, and usually like 2 or 3 of them, and I show them I'm the alpha first with my intensity, with how we practice. Like I'm not going to put up with your BS, right? That's that old school, right? I'm not going to put up with your BS. You gain their respect. Right. You gain their respect by showing them that, number one, this is the standard. This is the culture, right? Then that's when you start getting the pushback from the kids. But then you start challenging the kids You jump in the fire with them, let them know, hey, I'm in here with you. You know, I'm not going to let you fall, but we're going to tear you down, and then we're going to build you back up. And the leaders rise when you tear them down and you build them up, okay? The way you do this is by the way you practice. What is your intensity level at practice? How much do you hold these kids accountable at practice? Are kids breaking? I always joke, right, and say, you know, if a kid's doing his drills or we doing our conditioning or whatever, and the kids start to cry or the kids start to kind of break down, oh, I got him. I got his soul. I got his soul now. So now he's broken. Now we start building it back up. So we go from a hell of a lot of pressure and adversity at practice to when the kid break, we build them up. Good job. Good job. Yeah, that's how you do it, boy. Go, get it. Go. Now the kid got this high octane confidence that now I finally got my coach's approval. Now I'm gonna go and whoop everybody's tail, and I'm gonna start taking souls. That's just how we do it, coach. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little you seeing my crazy a little bit when it comes down to how we do it, but that's the mentality. That's the mentality, man. You gotta make these guys reapers, man. When you take their souls and they understand that process, now they're thirsty for blood, and now they want to get bled better. Now they want to perform at a high level. Now they realize that they better than what they thought they were, and that's what it's about, my man. Hope I answered your question.
Appreciate you. My Wi-Fi over here messing up. Yeah. Oh yeah, you was cooking over there. You was cooking.
You good, man. You good. You got me.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi over here messing up. So I'ma hop off. But it was good. It was good chatting with you, man.
Hey, you too, coach. You
good
too, man. And
look,
you,
man.
Before I let you go, shout out your squad. Let me know your squad.
West Columbia Tigers, South Carolina.
Let's go. Shout out to the Tiger squad. Again, coach, thank you for rocking with me, man. I hope this is not the last time.
Yes, sir. Bless.
God bless you, brother. All right. That was some good stuff from Coach Drew, man. Appreciate you guys so much. So, guys, we're about to get ready to land the plane. We are at 49 likes. One more like, guys. One more like, and I'm giving away a free copy of the 4-4 Reaper Defensive Playbook. Shout out to you, Coach Bubba, for just coming in, man. Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you on the show. Shout out to you guys. So we get one more like. We're giving away another free playbook, guys. Another free playbook. Also, guys, I'm going to open it up for a quick Q&A. This is our Q&A segment. So if any of you guys got questions related to your program development, any problems, challenges you are facing, drop your questions in the comments. If you got a problem, drop them in the comments. Or if you want, I will take one call on the show. You just hold on. See, drop the link. I'm going to drop the link for you. You can actually jump on the show. There we go. If you have a question. So I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to respond with a question with the live Q&A. If you don't have a question, we're going to go to the final segment of the show and get up out of here, guys. We're going to go to the Beast Fix. So let's see here. So also, guys, one thing I forgot to mention, for a lot of you guys, I know most of you guys got my playbook, but for those who don't, my Beast Unleashed playbook bundle, that's all 18 of my playbooks. They are 90% off, 90% off. And better yet, if you want to get all 18 of my playbooks, plus every new playbook for life, I want you to go to my playbook store, go over to the Beast Bloodline Brotherhood, the #1 youth football coaching community in the land. There you get access to all of my playbooks, plus every new one I drop, plus lifetime support, plus access to our war room, which is similar to the show, but more intimate. It's my inner circle where I'm with you. I'm mentoring you all season long. So you don't have to worry about, getting your questions answered and all of that. I'm there with you all season long. So that's all in the brotherhood. All right, let's see here. I got some questions. Y'all bear with me here. All right. Coach says, what do you do with the kid who is a stud day one, but doesn't develop due to maybe complacency? Interesting. So usually when you got a kid like that, he's not being challenged enough. So something is going on, and you can let me know, coach. Something is going on in your program where he doesn't feel challenged enough. And so he gets complacent. And also, this kid, let me pull this back up. This kid knows he's a stud. That's the problem. He knows he's a stud. He knows he's needed. So now he's complacent and he's a little entitled. So one thing you can do is kind of like what I was telling Coach Drew. We will challenge that kid to step up either as a leader. And if he start acting like, entitled and got bad energy, we can do multiple things. We can reduce his reps. We can bench him. We can challenge him, break him, raise him back up. What I usually do with kids like this, that's kind of like that, I will take playing time. I'll let them know that, hey, you may be good, but you're not as good as the team as a whole. And so I will not let you come with this bad energy in my program, especially if you're a stud, because if you're a stud, the rest of your players know you're good. Nobody have to announce that. Nobody have to say anything, right? Everybody know you good. But when they see the great captain get humbled and playing time taken away, now, he got to fight. In other words, create competition. Create competition, coach. All right. Great question, though, by the way. Coach Frank says, Coach, which is more important, building your coaching staff or recruiting better players for your team? Oh, my God. That's a good one. Let me see. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm torn with this because I'm trying to speak from a more diplomatic standpoint. For me, I've had years, guys, where I coached by myself and we whooped ass because I had talented players, right? I've had years where literally, I kid you not, the best coaches I ever had were coaches who I had two were first-time coaches. They never coached before in their life. And I had one that I used to coach as a youth football player, and he became my assistant coach and my defensive coordinator. Those were the best coaches I ever had. Every coach that I had who, had college football experience, or they was 10 years older than me, 15 years older than me, I caught hell with them. So, if you can recruit a good team, especially in youth football, if you recruit a very talented team, it makes it a little easier to coach, in my opinion. Some may differ, but like I'm a developmental coach. If you give me a talented team, I'm not only going to develop that team into some monsters, but I'm going to tear you up schematically with the X's and O's with the plays too. So we really be cooking, right? But for me personally, I like having kids I can develop. I like having a mixed team, right? Top end players, support players, developmental guys, right? And then, with my coaching staff, I like guys. I like coaching coaches the way I like coaching my kids, right? I like getting coaches that I can teach how to be a leader, how to coach, X's and O's, how to manage a program, how to manage a position group. I don't like getting guys who came from 4 different programs, and if y'all one of them, I'm not talking about you, so forgive me. But I don't like getting coaches who been through 4 programs, got kicked out of 3, and now they come to my program and they lead with, yeah, I got 8 championship rings, and I'll come with it. I don't give a I don't care about your rings. I don't care about your rings. I care about how much you care about these kids and care about developing. That's what I care about. You can leave the rings and all of that other BS at the window. Great question. All right. Coach Bubba, my guy, he said, what's an easier way to teach down blocking? I have taught man on man away. My players still don't get it. Is there better terminology? Interesting. So, coach, for us, it's real simple. So the first drill we like to do, let me break it down. The first drill I like to do is just drive blocking, just have them drive through the pads. That's the first progression, pads, right? So we just have them drive through a little hand pad, right? And then with down blocking, we'll move, a coach over inside gap, and we'll have a cone beside the kid. And we teach the kid, and we're very hands-on. I'm very hands-on. So literally, I break down the progression, 3-point stands. We want to keep low leverage. We want to use our hips and drive. And I like dumb it down so much so that a kindergartner can get it. And, the biggest thing I teach, though, with the pads is we want our hands in. We want to use our hips and our thighs for leverage. I always tell my kids, look, dude, your hips and your thighs are one of the most powerful muscle groups. You use your hands to control this pad. You'll be able to control your player. It's like holding a puppy by the neck. You'll be able to do whatever you want. But we want to make sure that you got a proper 3-point stance, your butt is low, and we want you to explode up under the pad of the player. And so I rep it with the kids. I rep it personally, hands on. I rep it. We rinse and repeat. I'm very critical at the beginning because you want to make sure the kid get the technique right. I'm not worried about the terminology as much as the technique, right? If the kid can get the form and the technique right, and we rep it, that's it, right? And then we have another segment at practice where we're teaching the number system. We're teaching the 2-hole, the 4-hole, the 6-hole, the 8, the 1, the 3, the 5, and we break that down to the whole team. And I quiz my kids like a madman on it, just like how I quiz y'all on the show. I quiz my kids on that. So great question, coach. And look, DM me, man. DM me on Instagram or email me, coach. And I give you some more pointers as to, kind of how I do it for sure. Great question, man. Phenomenal question. All right. Coach Lenny says, what do you do for a kid who is being outperformed by younger kids and is upset that he is not getting enough playing time? Just tell him that his mindset is everything and he needs to work harder, period. If you're getting outbeat by younger competition, you have proven that you're not ready, or you have proven that there is something wrong with your performance. This is a sports psychology thing, guys. Okay. This is a mindset thing with a kid like that. This kid is entitled. Okay. If he's being outperformed, he needs to put in the reps to get better. He got to get better. Sometimes it's mindset. Sometimes it's just entitlement issue. But if a kid is getting upset, he's getting outperformed by younger kids, he got to do better. He should hold himself accountable, nobody else. He shouldn't hold the older kids accountable. He shouldn't hold you accountable. You have to check them, and you have to be real with that kid to really break that ego, because it's an ego thing. Great question. I'm trying to get to y'all questions fast, guys, so we can give away this playbook. Miss Beast, where are we at? Are we at 50? Let me know, Miss B. So we have 50 likes. All right. Coach Allen says, what do you do if the kid's not showing up to practice when you only have 16 kids? Hard for the 11 to stay on the field, so subs is a must. Well, first of all, Coach, if a kid is not showing up to practice, he don't play. I don't care. I don't care if we go out there with 10 kids. He don't play. Because here's the thing. You can't make excuses for his lack and what he's not doing. You got to stick to your morals more than anything, because you got to show him that I'm not going to put up with you missing practice. You're not going to play. I don't care if we go out there. If I got 11 damn kids, let me remove this real quick. If I got 11 damn kids that's showing up, those 11 kids are going to be like freaking Spartans. We're going to work on our conditioning. We're going to get better, and we're going to dominate, and it's going to be us against the freaking world. And if somebody's not showing up to practice consistently, they can't hang. They let me know they're not ride or die, right? So we're very maybe this is part of my military background or something. I don't know. But, football, and here's the thing, guys. Football is about preparation, man. You practice way more than you play a game. So if a kid not coming to practice, he's hurting the whole team. What, you practice 3-4 times a week. You only play one game over 8 weeks for most of us. If you make it to the playoffs or you got automatic play-in, you play probably 13, 14 games. But you win games at practice. If the kid not showing up at practice, he's going to be a liability. He's not going to be an asset. As much as, Coach, as small as your roster is, and I can speak on this because most of my coaching career, I had the smallest roster. We only had like 15, 16 players tops. First year I coached, we made it to the championship with only 13 kids, had freaking 11 kids show up to my championship game. We lost 13-6 year one. But guess what? Those kids will ride or die. You can dominate with kids that are ride or die. Don't think because you have a small roster, you need that kid. That kid is going to be more of a liability than an asset, And another thing too, let me show a little grace here. Maybe it's something you can do to make sure the kid make it to practice. Maybe the kid need a ride, because usually it's a parent issue. It's not a kid issue. Now, if it is a kid issue, that's even more of a problem. But, usually the kid don't make it to practice because the parent. You can have a conversation with the parents and, hey, look, I can pick the kid up for practice so I can get a parent. We got a carpool system in our program where if a kid can't make it, our parent can't bring them, we got another parent that lives close in the area that will bring him to practice. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But do not get that kid excuses. Oh, our team, we need more players. Screw that. No, you don't. Screw that. That's a lie. And I'm not calling you a liar, but I'm challenging you mindset wise to say, look, we got 16 players. Okay. We got 15 now. We got 15 we can depend on, or 11 we can depend on. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that mindset. All right. Coach Paul, what's up, Coach? How do you motivate some kids that don't really want to motivate themselves? A few just show up to be there. Well, that kind of goes back to what I was saying. If you got kids, and I was talking to a coach. By the way, y'all, a lot of you guys don't know this. Y'all can book one-on-one calls with me. And I'm saying that because I know a lot of you guys don't know that that's something I offer. I was talking to a coach that was dealing with a similar issue. The kid's not motivated. And one of the things that I told him is that, why isn't the kid motivated? What's that thing that's prohibiting that kid from being motivated in your program? Is it the parent at the house forcing him to play? Or does the kid even want to play? Like you got to find out what the problem is, right? If kids half-assing and they not showing up, it's going to be hard to win. It's going to be hard to build a solid program because you got kids half in, half out. And you want to make sure when you kind of deal with this situation, you want to make sure you have a core group of kids you can lean on, right? Make sure you got a core. I don't care if it's 7 kids, lean on your core, build culture with your core, make sure your core is performing well. Then with the kids that's not motivated and things of that nature, this one thing I learned, talk to the kid, find out why they don't want to play. What I found in my experience, coach, they don't want to play because at the house, they mom, they dad is making them play or talking crap to them and criticizing them to the point where it's like, I don't even want to play. I don't even feel like, I don't think I'm good. Or, I just feel like I want to do something else. I'd rather play video games because I don't have to get dogged out by my mom playing video games unless you just want me to get off. I like how video games make me feel, right? So find out what's causing that kid to be unmotivated, because usually something negative that's causing that kid to be unmotivated. And then you want to make sure you let that kid know that you are invested into them by spending quality time with them at practice. You want to teach, critique, have them repeat the drill, but then sprinkle the motivation. This is where the motivation part really matters, because you got to make sure the kid mindset is right. It's a mindset issue. Figure out what's gotten that kid brain. Y'all excuse my language when I say this, brain diarrhea. In other words, you got to flush the crap out of his brain so he can start to function and think clearly and realize what's fun. Like, what's fun about football? You got to make the kid have fun again. And I ain't saying fun in a, oh, good job, little Jenny way. No, you got to find out what that negative seed's been planted in that kid, uproot that seed, and then inject positivity into that kid. And usually that begins to fix the kid over time. It's not a switch situation though. It takes time. Okay. Good question. All right. All right, guys. So what we're going to do, guys, is go ahead and give away a playbook, guys. Before we get into the last segment, the Beast Fix to this whole question and situation, we're going to give away the playbook, guys. You know what? As a matter of fact, we're going to do the Beast Fix first, and then we're going to give away the playbook, because I know how y'all are. Y'all get that playbook, and then you don't win it, you dip, you gone. I get it though. So before we go into the Beast Fix and get this out the way, if you haven't already, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe. Literally, 81% of those who view my content has not subscribed. Don't be a part of that 81%. Okay, guys. Hit that subscribe button, guys. I would really appreciate you so much. And thank you guys so much for supporting the Beast Pod. We are growing, guys. We are growing. Guys, we've had literally, I think the show has grown. We almost had 2,500 new subscribers since the Beast Pod has started. Well, actually 2,500 new subscribers in a month. And that's only to you guys, man. So shout out to you guys. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Miss Beast said we were at, I think, 55 likes. Now, if we hit 60 likes, I'm giving away 2 playbooks. So just for the record, I'm giving away 2 playbooks if we hit 60 likes. So Miss Beast is on it, man. Appreciate you guys so much for rocking with me. All right, guys. So let's get to the Beast Fix, and then we're going to give the playbook away. We have 57 likes according to Miss Beast, and 3 more likes, I'll give away 2 playbooks. 3 more likes, I'll give away 2 playbooks. All right, guys. So the Beast Fix. The Beast Fix segment is just me providing a solution. It's me providing a solution to the question that I presented at the beginning of the show. Meaning, who is ruining youth football? Parents or coaches. So guys, I told you guys that I said both. The parents are ruining it from a external factor, and the coaches are destroying it from an internal factor. Both needs to be addressed. So I think it needs to be addressed on multiple levels, though, guys. I think it needs to be addressed on a micro level, a meso level, which is a mid level, and then a micro level. Okay. So let's start with the high point of view, the high bird's point of view, the macro level. And I'm not saying that this is the fix, the end all be all and the perfect fix, but this is what I would do. On a macro level, I truly believe every league needs to be under a governing body. Okay. And when I say a governing body, I'm not talking about just, the league having their own board. No, I'm talking about an external board that regulates, a region, or it can be a state, very similar to how high schools are, right? Where with high schools, there's, a governing board that regulates all the teams and things of that nature. I think there needs to be a governing body over the leagues that enforce accountability. They set the rules, they set the tone that will help govern both the coaches and the parents. And we're going to get to the parents in a minute, but it governs who coaches our kids, right? But it also governs everything that happens if coaches cut up, if parents cut up, all of the fires that happen, all of the things that we addressed early in the show, right? The daddy ball, the favoritism, the poor preparation, or especially the daddy ball favoritism, coaches who just all about winning and neglect the kids, and all of that. I feel like there needs to be a governing body that we have to function through to become certified. And I ain't talking about USA football. Shout out to them. But there needs to be a governing body for either each state or each region to really regulate the daddy ball and all of this bull crap. Okay. That's the macro level. The meso level, and this is where it gets important to me. Coaches and administrators have to lead by example, enforce discipline, and focus on development. In other words, we have to get quality men and women coaching our kids. It's hard to get quality men and women coaching our kids when every league has their own set standards, rules, and guidelines. You know what I'm saying? That's where it goes back to my micro solution. There needs to be a governing body, because right now, every league out there got their own standard. The way Pop Warner do it is different from how the Elite Youth Football League do it, from how Snoop League Football League do it, whatever. All these leagues got different standards. And when you got different standards, you're going to have a different fluctuation of the quality of coach you get. And therein lies a major problem, a major black hole, I call it, a black hole in youth football, is that there's no uniform regulation going on where we can really identify the true standard of what a youth football coach should be. Instead, leagues struggling to get coaches, so they let anybody coach. You know what I'm saying? And then you start seeing all these problems. Like there's a certain type of coach who love me, and there's a certain type of coach who hate me, right? A lot of the coaches who love me love development. They love program development. They love safe environments for the kids. They love creating a high value youth football program. They're not just win based, but they're big on winning habits. They're winners, and they know how to win in their personal life. They may have been through crap. We all have, right? But we've learned how to win in our personal lives and be men of standard. A lot of you guys who rock with me, I know y'all like that. Y'all smart. Y'all like to learn. Y'all not stuck in your ways. Y'all know what respect is about. Y'all don't like disrespecting other men, because respect is a big deal to us. Y'all the kind of guys who rock with me. I know I know my guys. I know Beast Nation. But then you got the guys who are all about winning and who who you think you are, Coach B. You know, you got guys who don't like my stuff just because I'm the one making the content about youth football and people see me as a threat. I haven't coached youth football since I think 2021, 2022, somewhere in there, right? But you got coaches messaging me, oh man, we'll beat the crap out of your squad. What squad, dude? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to use my 15 years of experience to help you win more games, be the standard in your league, all of that. Instead, you want to compete against me because your ego. Maybe you don't like my glasses. Maybe you don't like my hat. Maybe you don't like my chain. Maybe you don't like how I talk. Maybe you don't like that I got a podcast that's successful. Maybe you don't like that I got 162,000 followers on Instagram. I got 17.5 thousand followers on YouTube, over 200,000 followers in Beast Nation. Maybe you don't like that because a lot of the dudes that talk the crap, you go to their profile and look, even if you guys got this on your profile, look, I ain't knocking, all right, ain't knocking. But you go to their profile, they got 15 followers and a freaking cat video. Some talk crap and they got a picture of their freaking son up on their Instagram and they got the audacity to talk crap. The ego guys can't stand me. The guys who don't care about development can't stand me. And that's okay. It's okay if you can't stand me. That's fine. But just understand the kind of guys that I believe is going to make youth football great again are the guys who got the values that care about family, they care about community. We value success. We value winning habits. We're men of standard. We understand what respect is about. We understand what support is about. We value learning. I know my guys. You feel me? I know my guys. Because we're a nation, we're a family, we're a bloodline, right? we're a bloodline. And lastly, guys, on a micro level, the solution is we got to set clear rules with the parents more than ever, guys. Guys, I'm harder on my parents than I am on my kids, especially day one. I am harder on my parents than I am on my kids. Because if you let the parents get away with crap, they will test you. They will try your leadership. And then before you know it, they're going to try to get you out of that program if they feel like you're an incompetent leader. You got to be strong. You got to be grounded. You got to be, hey, look, I say this a lot. Sometimes you got to be the asshole. It's a part of leadership. It's the good, bad, and ugly of leadership. And when I say be an asshole, I'm not saying you want to disrespect people, but it's okay to say no. And it's okay to say no without giving a reason. It's okay to say no without giving a reason. When I learned that I meant what I said and I said what I meant 100%, when I learned to live by that, everything changed for me in my program. In other words, when I tell a parent, if you don't bring your kid to practice, to one practice, they're going to miss a quarter. If they miss 2 practices, they're going to miss a half. If 3 practices, they ain't going to play. When I say that, they can try me if they want, but their kid not going to play. Little Johnny going to be disappointed. Don't get mad at me because guess what? I'm not afraid to lose you. I'm not afraid to lose little Johnny. I don't care how good he is. He can be the best player in the league, but I meant what I said and I said what I meant 100%. Y'all got me. I'm going to have y'all dreaming about that. You got to have that I meant what I said and I said what I meant 100% mentality. Because that's how you're going to respect. Because you're leading by example. You're not leading by your words. You're leading by what you do. And when you let these parents know that you ain't going to tolerate their bull crap, Miss Beast can tell you. Miss Beast will tell you. Even my daughter's volleyball parents, man. I was the coach of my daughter's volleyball team last year. I let them parents know, don't come on this court. Don't undermine my leadership. And then them parents, they may have griped and felt some kind of way. I didn't give a damn. That's the problem with some of you guys. Y'all care too much. Y'all care too much. I got a saying. Miss Beast know what I'm about to say. I hope I don't get demonetized for saying this, but I'm going to say it. The one that cares the most, okay, I'm going to change it. The one that cares the most gets screwed the most. Y'all got me? The one that cares the most gets screwed the most. You got to stick to your guns. And you cannot tolerate bull crap from these parents, because guess what? When I sit them parents in place, they'll come to me like, hey, coach, I don't mean no disrespect. Can I make a quick, suggestion, or can I ask a quick question? And they come with respect instead of, hey, coach, I feel like my daughter needs to be in the front. I feel like my son needs to be the quarterback. Hey, why ain't my son getting more playing time? But when you mean what you say, and you say what you mean, 100%, them parents are going to respect you. And that's what you want. That's what you want. Because as soon as you start being a yes man and Mr. Nice Guy and all of that stuff, that's when your ship is going to start to sink like the freaking Titanic. Because now the parents think you're weak and they're going to test you. Your coaching staff is going to test you because they like, this dude is weak. And I'm sorry, welcome to 2025, where if you notice in our society is kind of crazy right now. I call our society Wild Wild West 2.0 right now. Right now it's the Wild Wild West 2.0. My dad used to say, only the strong survive. Hey, that's real. Don't be weak, because they're going to test you. And then that's it. All right, guys. So, guys, that's it for the Beast Fix. That's the Beast Fix, guys. I hope y'all got value from the Beast Fix, guys. Hit that like button if you did. If you got value from that, definitely hit that like button, guys. Welcome to the show for those who are new, just coming on. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us on the show today. Again, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Check this out. Hit the like button, subscribe, and then hit the notification bell. A lot of you guys missed the show because you forget about it because it's football season, right? So hit the notification bell so you can be reminded when we go on live, because I try to preset the show a day in advance now so you guys don't miss it. All right, guys. Another thing I've been thinking about doing as well is I've been actually thinking about moving the show to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let me know what y'all think about that. Right now, the show is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I've been thinking about moving it to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time because I know a lot of you guys have practice and you need time to get home to jump on the show. So let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. TikTok, I see y'all too. Man, TikTok, we got 14,100 likes. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to my TikTok people, man. Y'all always show out. All right, guys, if y'all ready. If y'all ready for, I'm sorry, I'm reading these comments. If y'all ready for the playbook giveaway, we're giving away, I think, 2. Miss B said we hit 60. Let's go. Let me see here. We hit. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for the likes and all of that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and give away these 2 playbooks. If y'all ready, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Give me a hell yeah. All right, some of you guys saying 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is good. Let me see. Coach Scott says, past my bedtime. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm really leaning towards 8 p.m. for you guys. I'm probably gonna I don't know how often you guys look at my community posts on YouTube, but I do polls, guys. And so I may do another poll and say 8 see if 8 p.m., 7 p.m., whatever. Wednesday seems to be the best day. I really don't want to compete with the weekend because of college football and the NFL, unless we live stream a game or something together. And with copyright, I don't know how that'll go. But I see a lot of people saying, let's see, Coach Jay says 7. Okay. with the like, dude, 7. Coach Ron says I'm on the East Coast and 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's about 1 hour too early. I leave at 9 for work. Okay. Yeah, and that's the challenge too, guys, because see, I'm Central Standard Time over here, right? But we got coaches who watch the show on the West Coast, so that's Pacific time. We got people watching in, the Mountain Time, like the New Mexico, like that area. I think New Mexico Mountain Time. And then we got guys who watch it on the East Coast. What's so funny, guys? This is what's funny. Most of you guys who follow me are either Pacific time or Eastern time. My lowest group is Central Standard Time, which is bananas to me. So I got this big window I have to kind of meet with you guys. So that's why I say, 8 p.m. is good for me Central Time, but that means Eastern Time is 9. And then Pacific Time is what, 6 p.m. And then Mountain Time, I think, is 7 p.m. So I don't know, guys. We're going to see. See, Coach says 8 is good. Practice over at 7:30. See what I'm saying? And I'm even noticing, guys, like when I do the show at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the show kind of, guys get on slow. But then by the time we hit about 7:40, 7:45, the show spikes up because everybody's, coming home for practice and all of that stuff. So we'll flirt with it, guys. Don't be surprised if the show next week is going to be at 8 p.m. just for us to test it. And then, we'll kind of go from there. So y'all like that? 8 p.m. tomorrow, 8 p.m. next Wednesday, Central Standard Time. We'll test that, see how we do. And then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So here's the rules to the playbook giveaway. So what I do is I'm going to ask 2 questions since we're giving away 2 playbooks. I'm going to ask 2 questions relevant to what we went over during the show. If you get it correct, you are in the finals for winning the playbook. I basically handpick a winner based on the correct answer. And listen, it takes you having the correct answer and a little bit of luck, because I literally go off my intuition when I pick the winners. Okay, guys? So we're going to have 2 questions. All right, guys, y'all ready? Give me a hell yeah if y'all ready. I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, let's see here. Miss Beast did the drum roll. Here we go. That was the weakest ass drum roll I ever heard. I got to find a new sound for the drum roll, guys. All right, here we go. So during the show, guys, we talked about how the parents and the coaches both negatively affect youth football or ruin youth football. Use the exact terms, okay? How did I say the parents ruin youth football? Excuse me. How do the parents ruin youth football? I said the parents are a blank, bring blank dysfunction, while the coaches bring blank dysfunction. Oh, I hope y'all was listening. I hope y'all was listening. It's a good one. Ooh, hey, coach. So to my TikTok fam, you know what? I'm gonna give away a playbook to my TikTok fam too. How about that? I'm giving away 3 playbooks. But let me see here. I don't even think, guys, this sad. Like with TikTok, I don't even know how to comment. Miss Beast, what I'm gonna have you do once I select the winner on TikTok, I want you to drop my email address in that chat with TikTok. Okay. Let me see, how are we doing on YouTube? Let's see. Right now, I don't see nobody with the right answer. So let me say it again. So in the show, I was talking about both the parents and the coaches both ruin youth football. Now I said parents ruin it through blank dysfunction and coaches through blank dysfunction. All right, let's see. Tense. I like that. I like that sound. No pressure. All right. That's it with the first one. That's it with the first one. All right. We got a winner. We got a winner. The winner of the 4, by the way, we're giving away the 4-4 Reaper defense. This is my dude. The 4-4 Reaper defense is my bread and butter defense. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. So the winner of the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook is Coach Scott. Gotta give it to him. Coach Scott, congratulations, man. Congratulations. You got it. Let's go. Let's go. So Coach Scott, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you my email. And my TikTok people, I want y'all to hang with me. Hang with me, TikTok. I'm going to do you last, okay? I'm going to do you last. So hang tight. So, Coach, I'm dropping my email for you. And all I need you to do, and the same goes for the next winner, is all I need you to do, Coach, is email me at the end of the show or tomorrow morning. Just let me know who you are and what playbook you want, okay? And I'll make sure you're taken care of. Just give me 24 to 48 hours to get back to you. If you don't hear from me within that time frame, message me again, okay? I got you. Yeah, y'all give Coach a big congrats to give away here on the YouTube side. Let's see here what we got. Give y'all a good one. All right, this is a good one. This is a good one. So earlier in the show, guys, I was talking about the top 5 ways parents hurt youth football, right? The top 5 ways parents hurt youth football. What's the number 1 way that parents hurt youth football? I said, let's see. It's a certain phrase I'm looking for, but I mentioned the first way, the number 1 way parents hurt youth football. It's a certain lingo I'm looking for. Coach says, daddy ball. What we got? There's 1 way parents, or it's 5 way parents hurt youth football, but What's the first thing I mentioned? What's the first way they hurt youth football? Come on, guys. Come on. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I won't lie. TikTok on it. TikTok on it. Ooh, TikTok on it. Let's see. And again, TikTok, y'all hang in there. I'm going to announce the winner. I think I already got the winner over there on TikTok. Miss Beast, do me a solid. Put my email into TikTok chat for me. While the coaches are getting it together over here on YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and announce the winner on TikTok. So TikTok, the winner of the 4-4 Reaper defense is Emerson Biggins. Coach Emerson, congratulations, man. Big congrats. I want you to look for my email. Miss Beast is going to drop that email to you. Again, congratulations, man. Big congrats to you for winning the playbook. All right. Man, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you. All right, let's see what y'all got over here. YouTube. Miss Beast, don't forget to drop that email to them on TikTok. beastoutyou@gmail.com. Coach, again, that's beastoutyou@gmail.com. Okay, let me see. All right. I think we got a winner. Guys. All right. So I'm going to give y'all the answer first. So, again, I mentioned top 5 ways that parents hurt youth football, but I only wanted the first way, the number one way. The number one way parents hurt youth football is sideline chaos, sideline coaching. Sideline coaching and chaos, guys. Sideline, I know half of y'all just curse right now. Sideline. And see, if I would have said the coach's side, I know y'all would have got it right. A lot of y'all would have got it right. I had to throw, some stuff in there. So the winner of the 4-4 Reaper defense is, one more funny drum work roll here. All right. I just lost him. Oh, here we go. Coach Paul. Let's go. Congratulations, Coach Paul, man. Oh, man, congratulations. That was fun. So listen, guys, if you didn't win, don't feel bad. Man. We do a lot of playbook giveaways on the show, guys. A lot. One thing that you are going to learn from me and Miss Beast, we are givers. We love giving. Man. We love y'all because y'all show love back to us, and we're big on love, respect and brotherhood over here. And listen, guys, man, I love what I do. I love helping you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what we're going to do, guys. Before we land the plane on the show, again, if you haven't already, if you like this segment, kind of the format of the show, we're giving y'all a platform to speak, live Q&A, hit that like button, guys, for me. Please hit that like button. This is going to just let us get out to more coaches around the world, not just the country. We got guys in Japan who watch the show, Canada, Germany, the UK, Mexico. We got guys all across the world watching the Beast Pod, watching the channel, trying to make football, youth football great again. And so, guys, you help that movement every time you come on the show and invest your time. You help the movement every playbook you get. You help the movement when you join the membership, when you join the Beast Bloodline membership. You guys help push the movement forward in youth football, guys. And I appreciate you guys so much for rocking with me. So this is what we're going to do next week. We're going to move the show time to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, guys, so you don't forget. A lot of y'all forget. Hit that goddamn notification bell, all right, Beast Nation? So you don't forget, and subscribe. The next topic is going to be juicy, and we coming with fire. We're coming with fire, guys. And as always, we're going to always have live Q&A and all of that stuff going. That's what the show is all about, guys. So with that being said, guys, again, thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for just your questions, your input. And guys, I will see you next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And until next time, guys, Beast out. Peace.